double piston hydration station for the Milky. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you didn't know, I had my baby, no bump, working on losing weight, but it's been 1 week since we had him, and I'm just now getting to this video. I'm really excited to tell the story of how my labor went since we didn't get it recorded. I actually started recording it, and then things quickly escalated and we just didn't get a chance. My husband was distracted, so he didn't really video anything for me, but that's okay. I'm here to tell the story, and I think that's probably better for everybody. Gotta keep my water supply up. I am breastfeeding, so I apologize. Let's start off with how the last kind of month went, the last couple weeks. At 36 weeks, so the last month, you have 4 weeks left at that point. I was dilated already to a 3, which is crazy for first-time moms. I think, at least that's what they told me, but then I was keeping track of other like vloggers and Instagram people that are having babies like the week before me, and they were kind of in the same situation, so I don't really know how rare that is, but I chalk it up to me walking every day. Starting October 1st, I'd walk like 3 miles, drinking red raspberry leaf tea, and just trying to get in some, like, keep up my physical activity. But I stayed at 3 centimeters dilated for 3 weeks. At my 39-week appointment, I had them check me again just to see if I'd made any progress, and I only progressed like 1 centimeter, so I was at 4. They kept telling me that they thought the baby was going to come before the due date this whole month, and he would not come. So I was so frustrated. I was feeling very defeated. I just wanted him to be here. Like, I was over being pregnant. At that point, I just was feeling bad about myself and just like ready to get the show on the road, and there was nothing I could do to help it. Like, I'd already been doing everything, you know. I was also worried because at my 39-week appointment, I had gained 10 pounds since the last week. So the last month, you go every week, 36, 37, 38, 39. From 38 weeks to 39 weeks, I'd gained 10 pounds. That scared me because I didn't think that was something that was normal. So I brought it up to my physician, and I asked them, you know, is that something we need to worry about? Because, like, I've been told it is. It's not like I've been eating more. I've actually been walking more, and my appetite's decreased. So I'm just kind of worried, and I already think he's going to be a big baby because I was a big baby, my husband was a big baby, my nieces and nephews were big babies, so chances of a big baby. And they just told me, oh, don't worry about it. There's no reason to think that he's going to be a big baby. You're measuring on track. First of all, that's a lie. They cannot tell that. They cannot tell by the size of your belly how big your baby is going to be, or by an ultrasound. Second, about the weight, they said, oh, you went to a different office, so the scale must be off. Off by 10 pounds? Okay. We'll chalk it up, even though my scale at home is saying the same thing. Excuse me. Oh, no. Even though my scale at home is saying the same thing. Whatever, they're the doctors. I've never done this before. I'll let them run the show. Fast forward to a few days after my appointment. So my appointment was, I think, on Monday. Fast forward to Thursday. I had been having contractions like this whole month, but none of them hurt. Nothing to like think anything about. I'd time them and I'd be like, oh, this is it. And then they just go away as soon as I like got ready for bed, you know? So Thursday night I started having contractions. They were a little stronger. They made me be like, maybe this is it. But I was like, at that point I was so defeated that I just didn't think, it's like, surely not. So I went to bed, woke up the next morning, and I was having contractions again already. And I was like, okay, first of all, whenever I've had these contractions in the past, they always start in the late afternoon or early evening, never in the morning. So I was like, okay, so maybe, like, not trying to get too excited because it still hasn't been it. And this is one day before my due date, by the way. So Friday morning, the 30th. I was like, you know what, let me go get a shower. Let me get a shower, let me get ready, let's see how this goes. My friend Courtney texted me and wanted to go for a walk, so I was like, yeah, that's cool. I got my shower, we went on our walk. As we were standing outside of our front door, saying bye and like last minute stuff, I felt kind of a gush. Let's say a trickle. This might be TMI, so if you're grossed out by stuff, like fast forward or exit now. Went to the restroom and it was pink. So I was like, oh no, like is this bad? Like, is that blood? Is something going wrong? So I got my phone, I started timing the contractions because I hadn't yet, because I thought they were going to be fake. Sure enough, they were pretty on track, 5 minutes apart, which they say to look for. I was like, okay, well, this could be it still. Give it some time. I text Sebastian, be like, hey, by the way, I think we might be going to the hospital today. I'm going to call them and ask. Called the hospital. They told me they couldn't advise me to call my OB. So I called my OB's office and I told them what had happened, that my contractions were about 4.5 minutes apart at this point, that I like felt a trickle and there might be blood in it. And they said, well, we think you're in labor, so head to the hospital. So I text Sebastian. He freaks out, rushes home. It did take him a while, like probably 45 minutes. But he was finishing up stuff at work. I mean, he got here as quickly as he could. And he ran in the door. He changed and fast. Got all our stuff. Was like rushing me. I was thinking, oh, we got time. This is supposed to take like 12 hours. And counted the fact that my contractions started the night before. My pain tolerance was high. So like I didn't realize how quickly things were progressing at this point. I was like, babe, you need to get something to eat. Like, this is going to be a long day. You're not going to be able to leave for a while. So we stopped at Sonic on the way, got him some food. I was like, no, I don't want anything. Finally, we get to the hospital. I told them what happened as well. They checked me in. We get pulled in behind a curtain, you know. She swabbed me to see if that was my water. It was. She asked me like normal questions, fill out, you know, information. Then they took some blood to see if I was able to get a epidural, because that's what I wanted. So they asked me, they're like, what pain level are you wanting to get this at? And I was like, I'm at 8, and I think I'm at a 5 now. And they're like, okay, we can make that happen. Well, things started happening. The contractions, I started getting stronger. They weren't terrible at this point, but I feel like for somebody with not a high pain tolerance, they would have been begging for an epidural at this point. So they checked me in, they moved me to a labor and delivery room. But the lab hadn't gotten back my blood work to give me the okay to get an epidural. The contractions started getting stronger to the point I was in tears and I was literally begging for the epidural. And the nurse just kept telling me, we can't do anything, the labs aren't back yet, the labs aren't back yet. She was calling, trying to get them to rush. I was in such pain. My poor husband looked like he was. The nurse leaves me to my own pain, and at this point, like, I'm just crying. And then, like, when they go away, I get like a few seconds of relief. I didn't even realize how quickly they were coming on because I was in so much pain. Like, I cannot describe it. Like, I need to go to the bathroom, so the nurse comes back in at that point and takes me to the bathroom, and I feel like I have to push. And I tell her that, and she was like, okay, well, whenever you feel that and it doesn't stop, let me know. I was like, okay. So I did it, and she like held my hand through it. Let me get out of the bathroom and get back in the bed. And she, the lab's still aren't back yet. And at this point, I was like, please do anything. Like, can you give me anything? And she's like, we can't. It's too late now. We have to give you an epidural, and the epidural we can't give you because the lab is being slow. They said they just got it 15 minutes ago when we had been there for a few hours at this point. So I don't know what happened. The pushing feeling keeps coming faster and faster. She leaves, and my husband's standing on this side of the bed and holding my hand and like looking like, what can I do to help you? Poor thing. And I had that push feeling, so I just went with it, and a big pop, like I'm telling you, a loud noise, pop, gush, water everywhere, splashed my husband. He was so scared. He looked so shocked. It was kind of gross, but also kind of cool. We knew that was the rest of my water breaking. What I didn't say is that whenever we got into the labor and delivery room, she told me that I had a high leak, which means my water was broken at the top, and it was just kind of like slowly leaking, which is why he hadn't come. But once my water fully breaks, he's probably going to come pretty quick. So that happened, and Sebastian ran to the door like 1 foot out, 1 foot in, like, hey, I think somebody needs to come in here quick. The rest of her water just broke. Another contraction was happening while he's doing this. I'm pushing because you literally cannot help it. And she's coming in slowly. That was one thing that I will say. This nurse was so sweet, but she was trying to be calming and like take her time and be slow and talk me through it. And I just wanted her to hurry the heck up. I was like, just tell me what you got to tell me. At one point I was doing like this because I was in so much pain. Like, just tell me. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but I just hurt. So she was moseying her way on over, and I reached down trying to like brace myself because it was hurting so bad. Like, I just wanted to hold where the pain was happening, you know, like when you got a headache, you hold your head. That's how I felt. That's what I thought would help. So I reached down there and I feel the top of his head. I am not lying. Gross. But he was coming. I was crying. I was telling him, this is not how I wanted to do this. This is not what I planned for my birth. Like, I'm going to be traumatized. And sure enough, she looks down there and she's like, oh, he's coming. The doctor's walking in. Thank goodness, because there was no time. She like ran over, got his head. Another like few pushes, and baby was out. And then done. That was the end. Also, as soon as he was out, instant relief. Don't get me wrong, I was still in pain, but compared to what I was in, it was nothing. Like, I was like, this is a breeze. I'll take this all day. So once baby's out, they like kind of pull him up to your chest or your belly. You get a look at him. While they're doing that, they're waiting because you have to also deliver the placenta. And they literally press so hard on your belly. I think that hurt more than giving birth to the baby. Not more than the contractions, but more than him like coming out. I think them pressing on your belly definitely hurts more. I can't. Ugh. And then they press on your belly even afterwards to get like everything out. They do it like every 15 minutes. Nobody tells you that stuff, or nobody told me at least. So I was not prepared for the pain. I ended up having a completely natural birth, which I did not plan because me and my sister joked about this. She was like, Eden, when you get one contraction that makes you go, whoa, You might want to go in. She's like, knowing you're going to have that baby in the bathtub or the floor. And I was like, no way, I'll know. Like, I'll be able to tell. They tell you you'll know. I did not know until like 4 hours before my baby was born. 5, whatever. I had an inkling, but I did not know. Also, he was 9 pounds. Big old baby, 21 inches long, just like I expected. Naturally, like on his own, the day before he was due. They would not have induced me for another week and a half, meaning my baby probably would have been 10, 11, 12 pounds, and I would have been livid. There's no way I could have pushed that baby out. There's not. Like, I'm surprised I even got this 9-pound baby out. And for them to not trust me whenever I said, I'm gonna have a big baby, like, I'm gaining this weight and I don't know why. Like, if we decide that we want more kids, I can guarantee you that I'm going to stick up for myself more, because that is just not okay. And about those 10 pounds. So I weighed myself a few days ago, and I'm already down 30 pounds, which is crazy. It's been a week, and it wasn't even a week then. You lose like 10 to 15 pounds the same day. 9 pounds of baby, 4 pounds placenta, blood, right? Water. The fact that I lost that much more, and my legs, my thighs, and my calves are visibly smaller, which means I was gaining weight. And I'm pretty sure that's the starting signs of preeclampsia, which can be very dangerous. So if anybody's planning on having babies or is pregnant, look out for that stuff and like stick up for yourself, because that was pretty scary. Thankfully, everything went smooth and we're both okay. And honestly, having a natural birth saved me a lot of time and energy, because I didn't have to recover from not being able to feel anything. I'm healing really fast. Like, I feel, besides being exhausted, my body feels pretty much back to normal. I will say we went on a walk that was like 40 minutes the other day, and I was definitely feeling pretty sore, like pressure in my stomach and like my downstairs and stuff like that. So whenever we go on our next walk, I think we're going to limit it to like 20 minutes, because I think it takes, they say, like 6 weeks for you to feel, or for you to heal. But I feel like I'm healing quicker because, 1, I was active throughout my whole pregnancy, and 2, I did it naturally. I feel like Superwoman. I can't believe I was able to do that. Like, literally cannot believe it. I thought I was going to die while I was doing it, and then in an instant it was over and we had our baby. It's pretty cool. Little Enzo is doing just fine. We're starting to get him on a schedule, and he is sleeping so much better at night. After the baby was out, placenta was out, everything, they give you like an hour to like bond with baby and put him on your chest and skin to skin and stuff like that, which Sebastian did as well. Then they take him, weigh him, measure him, give him his couple shots, and then at our hospital you go to a different room. So we went to the recovery room, which is a lot smaller, but it's cozy and nice. They come and check on you and baby like every hour, every 2 hours. My hospital hooked me up with so many goodies for me to heal. Ice packs and diapers, or mesh panties, or whatever they're called. Dermaplast, Perry bottles, 2 of them. And I used that like every time I went to the restroom. They give you diapers and wipes and a pump if you need one. They don't give you the pump, but they give you the parts if it matches yours, or t-shirts and like stuff, all that kind of stuff. And we took it all home. We took even the parts because it doesn't match my thing, but I figured I could give it to somebody that needs it. We stayed for 2 days, so we got there Friday afternoon until Sunday at like 2, so Sunday afternoon. And we were ready to go. Milk. So at first they thought I wasn't going to produce enough, and then they saw that I was producing enough. My milk came in actually the day we got home, I think, or maybe Monday morning. My boobs were so big and so hard, and I didn't know what to do, so I was like, I'm afraid I'm gonna get mastitis or clogged ducts. So you have to massage them and pump and breastfeed, and so I was doing all of that, and now I feel like I'm kind of regulated. I feel like it's not near as bad anyway. I do leak through everything. It's brave of me to wear a white shirt, but I'm doing okay, especially with this jacket. Excuse me. Yeah, the only thing I'd say that's rough right now is the sleep. I can't nap during the day. I don't have the energy to come do the things that I love, like film videos and create content for online shopping. But nighttime is not bad. I get several hours. I sleep when he sleeps. Well, yeah. And another thing, baby blues is real. My husband looked it up because I think he thought I was having postpartum depression symptoms. I cried a few times. I've cried several times, but over small things. That's another thing I'll just have to keep you guys updated on. But yeah, this is my labor blog and story and postpartum symptoms, kind of.